Hey, good evening YouTube. It's me, Chris, and you're watching Coins in the Wild. Different video tonight. Kind of a change from what we normally do, but since I'm waiting for coins to be returned to me from PCGS, I thought I'd make us a brief video and just kind of share with you an update of how I'm feeling my time during the week. Well, some of you may know that I do day trade stocks from time to time. In fact, almost regularly since the COVID situation has started. And so I wanted to share with you a trade that I'm presently in and is good for the upcoming week. Now, having said that, I want to caution you that past performance is no indication of future results, but I wanted to share with you a trade that I've been in and in hopes that it might be able to help you somehow, or at least provide something interesting to think about on the channel. So one of the techniques that I use when day trading or swing trading stocks is trading support and resistance. So what that means is when you look at this chart, we look over here on the left, support is where the stock bottoms out at, which is just about $15 a share. This place is a little bit lower here. And then resistance is where the stock tops out at just over $16 a share. And so what that does is it gives us a range where we can trade in between. We can, for example, if we were to go in on the trade at $15 on this morning here, when it sold off, and we bought back in and we rode it all the way to the top, and we could have traded out about $16 and we could have made approximately $1 a share for whatever number of shares that we were holding. So this particular stock actually trades in that range pretty consistently, where it bottoms out at about $15, it goes back up to about $16 and bottoms out right about $15 and goes right back up. And you can generally take 2 to 3 days, sometimes 4, but that's the range that it trades in. It's very predictable. Now, you'll notice the ticker symbol is JWN, which is JW Nordstrom. You might be wondering, why am I trading a retail stock in the COVID situation? Well, there's some very good reasons for this, and I'm going to share that with you now. So when you're evaluating a retailer, whether or not to purchase their stock, their financial situation is critical. Retailers struggle even during the best of economic times, so you can imagine in a downturn like the COVID situation, it could be very difficult for them to make money, and they could be in danger of being in severe financial hardship. But one of the interesting things that you have to consider when trading a retailer is what percentage is the retail mix? Is it 30% brick and mortar and 70% e-commerce, or is it 70% brick and mortar and 30% e-commerce? Well, JW Nordstrom's is 60% e-commerce and 40% retail. And so for that reason, it makes it a very interesting trade, because that means that during the COVID situation, they've been able to maintain at least 60% of their sales. In fact, many retailers' online business is growing during the COVID situation. And so that makes this a very interesting trade, because it has a near-term catalyst. So with JW Nordstrom's during the month of August, they're going to have new inventory both at their retail locations and online, and that's going to drive business back to JW Nordstrom's. So, or at least that's a theory. So another thing that's interesting about this particular stock is the $17 calls during the month of September are already at the ask. In other words, they're already trading at fair value. There's no room. They can only go up if the stock goes well. The other thing to consider too is how much cash that they have on hand. JW Nordstrom's has been very clear. They have enough cash to last them easily through September, even if the COVID situation continues, which it looks like that situation is going to begin easing in the months ahead, even though in some states COVID situation is increasing. So, but let's get back to why we're trading this stock. So JW Nordstrom's trades between a range of about $15 a share to just over $16 a share every couple days. Every 2 to 3 days max, it bounces between that range. So in theory, we could get in at $15 a share. We could exit at $16 a share and make $1 a share profit for every share that we're holding. So it's really, really interesting trade. And I entered this trade. I'm holding presently 400 shares. Entered in at $15.07. I sold a position earlier in the week where I added shares at $14.90, and I bought in, I think, at $15.26. I think it was. I got in a little early, and then I added more shares at 14.90. So I just cost averaged down. I forget what that turned out to be. Right around 15.10, I guess, with the mix of shares that I had. Well, what's the point though? Well, this is a trade that you can actually use during the week of July the 20th, 2020. A lot of these videos that teach trading support and resistance, they give you past trades. I'm giving you a trade that hasn't even happened yet, and I'm telling you I'm in the trade myself. So it's me, Chris, and you're watching Coins in the Wild. What do you think, YouTube? Is this a trade worth getting into? How do you like the video? Please comment in the section below. Thanks again for watching. I look forward to sharing our next video with you. Bye now.